Hello friends, myself Mrs. Vaishali Hara. I am Assistant Professor in Electrical Engineering from MVP Samaj's KBT College of Engineering, Nasik. Today we will discuss single phase transformer. Basically, depending upon the type of supply, it may be a single phase or that three phase transformer, but today we will see the single phase transformer. Now what is transformer? Transformer, it is a static device which transfers electrical energy from one circuit to another circuit, from one voltage level to another voltage level without change in frequency. Now this transformer, it is called as static device because it has no moving or no rotating part. Now we know that this energy, electrical energy, can be transmitted or generated with a very high voltage. Now this voltage, it is necessary to reduce to lower value for domestic or industrial purpose. So that can be done by using the transformer. So transformer which is used to decrease the voltage level, that is called as step down transformer, or transformer which is used to increase the voltage level, that is called as step up transformer, right? So transformer, it transfers the electrical energy from one circuit to another circuit, obviously from one voltage level to another voltage level, and the frequency remains same. Or I can say it is without change in frequency. So input to the transformer and also output for transformer, it is AC. So transformer, it works only on AC supply. Now as we see in the construction part, the figure shows the construction of that single phase transformer. It has two main basic part. First one is the laminated core, or I can say it is a magnetic core, and second, that is the windings or coil. So first it is a magnetic core. So this transformer consists of the magnetic core, which is made up of soft iron or high silicon steel material, and in order to reduce the eddy current losses, the core must be a laminated, which having thickness of 0.3 to 0.5 mm. Also this transformer core acts as a magnetic circuit which provides the low reluctance path for the flow of flux. So this core is consists of two limbs, also, that is a top yoke and bottom yoke. Second, it is a winding, or it is also called as a coil. So it consists of two windings, primary winding and secondary winding, and they are insulated from each other. They are mounted on separate limb. So primary winding, which is always connected to supply, in figure it shows the AC voltage source, and the primary winding, it is connected to that AC supply, and at the outer secondary side there is a load. So secondary winding or output side, so secondary winding, it is connected to always load. So this is about the construction. Now next, it is the types of transformer. Now depending upon the primary and secondary number of turns, as we see there are two windings. So N1 we can assume that primary number of turns, and N2 it is the secondary number of turns. So depending upon the primary and secondary number of turns, this transformer, they are classified as step up, step down and isolation transformer. If N2 is greater than N1, then N2 is greater than N1 means your secondary number of turns, which is greater than primary number of turns. Then your V2 is greater than V1, means secondary voltage is greater than primary voltage. Then we can say that that transformer, it is a step up transformer. Then step down transformer, if N2 is less than N1, then V2 is less than V1, then we can say that that is a step down transformer. And third, it is isolation transformer, means if N2 and N1 they are equal, or I can say that V2 equals to V1, then we can say that that is the isolation transformer. So according to primary and secondary number of turns, this transformer are classified as like this. Now second classification, it is according to the arrangement of core and winding. So depending on that, the transformer, they are classified as core type, shell type and berry type of transformer. So we'll see in detail about this transformer. So first is the core type transformer. The figure shows the construction of that core type transformer, and this is the single circuit, a single line circuit of that core type transformer. Now this core of this transformer, it is in the form of rectangular frame made from lamination, and it provides the single magnetic circuit. As we see in the windings, this primary and secondary windings, they are uniformly distributed on that two limbs. They are mounted on a separate limbs. So this provides this core type transformer, it provides the single magnetic circuit. Normally cylindrical type of winding are used for a core type of transformer. In distribution purpose, we can use this core type transformer. Second one is shell type transformer. So see this shell construction of that shell type transformer. It has three limbs, two are outer limb and middle one is central limb, and both the windings, means primary and secondary windings, they are mounted on a same, or I can say that central limb. Both are mounted on the same limb. So because of this construction, this shell type provides the double magnetic circuit, right? So this type of core, it provides the better mechanical support and protection for the winding. So this is about the shell type of transformer. And third one, that is the berry type of transformer. As we see in the construction of the core, it just look like this spoke of wheel, whatever that yoke that can be radiate out from the center, so it looks like the spoke of wheel. So because of this construction, this berry type of transformer has a distributed magnetic circuit. See this winding, a low voltage and high voltage winding. Generally low voltage winding is kept inside and high voltage winding is kept outside. So this is about the berry type of transformer. Now as we see in the windings, we are seeing in core type transformer we can use cylindrical type of winding, and in shell type transformer we can use sandwich type of winding. Sandwich type of winding, here low voltage or high voltage winding gets sandwiched between low voltage winding, and generally a low voltage winding is placed nearer to the core because it is easy to insulate the low voltage winding as compared to high voltage winding. That's why this low voltage winding is placed nearer to the core. Then after that there is a high voltage winding. So this sandwich type of winding, it is used in shell type of transformer. And see this in core type of transformer, the cylindrical type of windings are used. Again there is a low voltage winding placed nearer to the core, and high voltage winding, it is outside of that core. So this is about the windings used in core and shell type of transformer. So what is the difference between core and shell type of transformer? So as we see in these two transformer, this core has, in core type, the core has only one magnetic circuit. It has a single magnetic circuit, right? And this shell type has, it has double magnetic circuit. Now in core type it has two limbs, in shell type it has three limbs, two outer limb and one is that is a central limb. Now less mechanical protection, in core type there is a less mechanical protection to the coil, and in shell type there is a better mechanical protection to the coil. Because in shell type that core encircles the winding, that's why the protection is better, and here winding encircles the core in core type. So because of that there is a less mechanical protection. Then cooling is better since more surface is exposed to the atmosphere in core type, and in shell type cooling is not very effective. Natural cooling is provided in core type. Natural cooling cannot provide in shell type of transformer. Now core transformer, it is easy to repair, but shell type transformer, it is not so easy to repair. And as I said earlier, in core type, winding is surrounded the part of core, and in shell type, core is surrounded the part of winding. That's why the protection is better in shell type of transformer. So this is about the types of transformer depending upon that core and winding. Also we had seen the difference between the core and shell type of transformer. So in next lecture we'll see what is the working principle of transformer and EMF equation of transformer.